G'day YouTube, how the heck are we doing? It is Foul Play here, and we are back for the third match of this Pauper League. Not running so hot so far, and we lost the Darrell here versus Walker, and have to mulligan to 6, so just compile the pain at the moment. To make matters worse, I'm pretty sure I recognize this name, and I'm pretty sure our opponent is on a Grixis Sacrifice Edict type deck. Well, if it's Dimir control, that might be a fair bit better for us, so hopefully. Well, we'll play our Bogle. And I guess we... Yeah, this is our only source of white mana. I guess we cash it in now. Get one extra hit with the warrior token if we do it this way. Alright, and we see Great Furnace Pass from the opponent, so I'm guessing Grixis deck is it's a fairly accurate assumption here. We'll see. Let's kick things off by attacking. They could have like a burn effect, and then they could have an edict effect, and then we'll just be pretty much lost from that point. I guess we can get Rancor back, so technically it's not completely over, but our draws haven't been great so far. Alright, so opponent plays a Vault of Whiffers into Deadly Dispute, and well, we haven't been Chainer's Edict just yet, so that is good news. Let's go ahead and cast our Rancor. Going to attack for 6 and knock our opponent down. Hopefully they just don't get it and we get a game 1 here, and that would be a really nice position to be in. So opponent did spend a fair bit of time thinking. They did cast the Deadly Dispute, sacking the treasure token. And display Seat of the Signoid and pass to us. So I don't see... I guess we can play one land here. I don't see a huge amount of value in playing out the next one. So we hit our opponent to 4 and we've got them close to dead. We just got to get that last attack in. Okay, so opponent spends the turn playing a Mirror Enforcer, and we get to attack and put them to 2, but that's not quite going to be enough to kill them. Fortunately, first strike, trample. Oh god, what is our opponent doing? Sacking? Oh, opponent killed themselves. Oh, they gain life. Never mind. Okay, so that's pretty good line. Up to 7 cards in hand, you know. 18 cards deep on turn 6. So it's pretty likely they find the Edict. For those of you that don't know, if a blocked creature is removed in response to the block, you no longer have to assign damage to that creature, and all the damage will trample across onto the player. Okay, so opponent did spend a fair bit of time thinking. Plays Gixian Infiltrator into Deadly Dispute. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a 1/1 counter on Infiltrator. Okay, so that happens. Opponent, I suppose, from this point could play land into Chainer's Edict. They currently, if we were to attack, they'd go to 1 life. So we do need to draw an aura that adds a power. So opponent uses the treasure token to cast Thoughtcast and plays a bridge in tapped. So now we need to add 2 power, and I mean Rancor's good enough for that. Perfect. Let's attack on in there for lethal, and big relief on that one. Alright, so this is mostly what the Affinity deck is about. They play some number of Shaman's main deck. It can be 1, it can be 3. Really good way for them to wipe our board. Few fat artifact creatures, obviously the cantrips that we saw in that game. Oh, this particular one has Metallic Rebuke as well. Blood Fountain. Post board, I mean, we also normally see Chainer's Edict in the deck. This is not a super accurate list. Deadly Dispute, Reckoner's Bargain. Maybe they've run away from Chainer's Edict. That would be weird. Also, potential for Suffocating Fumes, which can get us. Reminder, guys, if you enjoy the video or find it informative, please consider subscribing to help support the channel. So usually what I like to do here, because there are a lot of Edict effects, and because they do have that Cartline Shaman, is take out Silhana Ledgewalker as an efficiency swap for the Acolyte, bring in Young Wolf as a way to deal with our opponent's God, my brain's just farted here. Way to deal with the Chainer's Edicts and things from our opponent. I'm just going to minus a Petal, a Mask, and a Cloak. Alright, so we see this 7-card hand. I think this just edges on the side of a keep. There's definitely an argument to potentially mulligan it, but we will keep it. Find an Ash Barrens. Alright, so if we see exactly 0 copies of lands for the rest of the game, that would be perfect. Opponent, Sorcery Speed, a Preordained, Scrying 2. 1 to the top, 1 to the bottom, a second Mistvault Bridge, and passes to us. So we find Ancestral Mask, and that's a pretty good one. So here I think we play Abundant Growth across here. And that's not bad either. Does this change anything? So if we play Ethereal Armor or our creature attack, they could Chainer's Edict. We could be in trouble. I think we play the Bogle out to play around Chainer's Edict. This could play into our Cartclan Shaman. Traditionally, I've had more issues with numbers of Edict in the deck than what I have with Shaman. Usually it's been 1 to 2 copies of Shaman and a whole host of Edicts. So opponent plays Blood Fountain. That's a good start for us. Treasure Token. Land. And tapping some mana, Deadly Dispute. Alright, well, that's pretty good for us. We take those. Oh, there's the Shaman. Bit lame. Bit lame. Oh my god, are you kidding me with these Ash Barrens right now? Alright, well, we'll kick it off. We'll attack. It's really annoying because our mana is super awkward here. We can't play around everything we need to. It's land cycle here. Paying mana here. Play out the Acolyte and pass the turn. So here our opponent can Arms of Hayu, giving our whole board -2 for 4 mana. And I can't do anything about that, but I'm responding to the Shaman, and I feel like I've been playing it the best that I can so far, and it's not worked out. Alright, action is on. Opponent, activation on the Cartclan Shaman, sacking it to Deadly Dispute in response. So our Slippery Bogles are going to go bye-bye. Our Acolyte's going to live, and our opponent can Chainer's Edict now if they want to. Okay. So they cast Blood Fountain into Thoughtcast. Grip full of cards, 17 cards deep on their turn 4. We find Bogle. I don't mind Bogle, that's pretty good. That helps us play around Edict type effects. So let's play land. Let's play a Bogle. Alright, it's bugging out like that for some reason. That's fine. Ethereal Armor. And there's an argument here to put Ethereal Armor on Bogle to protect from board wipe. Opponent can bring the Shaman back with Blood Fountain. I feel like that's probably pretty mana intensive and time intensive for our opponent. With double Ethereal and Ancestral Mask, we kill our opponent in 2 attacks, assuming they don't put a creature on the board. So we'll play to that. Alright, opponent plays Gixian Infiltrator again. We'll see how big they can grow it. Obviously, it is a pretty good chump blocker into our creature. We currently do not have Trample. Alright, and Deadly Dispute on Blood Fountain. Getting a counter. 7 in hand. 20 cards deep. Thoughtcast. Alright. 22 cards deep. Seat. Alright, well that's a manageable turn. Chromatic Star. So we can put our opponent to 1 here. Let's go ahead and... Oh, not quite 1. Anyway, pretty good. We can put our opponent to 3. I haven't seen this art on Star before. That's new art for me. I just realized technically I tapped my mana wrong there. I could have one more white source available for the Crimson Acolyte active. It's probably not relevant though. Deadly Dispute on star, sure thing. Alright, and tapping some mana, Rekner's Bargain, sure. Opponent concedes the match. I can't believe our opponent went 28 cards deep without finding like a Diabolic Edict, without blowing us up properly with Shaman or anything like that. Obviously, Crimson Acolyte is good in Shaman. It's possible the deck has actually transitioned to running 3 copies of Shaman as well and just has cut the Edict. Who knows, but definitely a good win to take and a good result for us given how we started the league. Thank you all very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys then.